What if social media is now just as important, maybe even 50-50, with your actual music? And get this, what if getting hate online is actually a good sign for your career? Look, we all know putting yourself out there is tough. You're grinding, you're creating, but maybe just posting cool clips isn't cutting it anymore. The online world is saturated, but here's the catch-22. The more you need to stand out and connect authentically online, the more you open yourself up to criticism and sometimes outright bizarre negativity. It can feel overwhelming, right? Even top artists like James Hype feel it. But what if you flip the script? What if understanding why social media is crucial helps you actually use it smarter? And what if you could reframe that negativity? Maybe even laugh at it. James Hype has a unique perspective on this, including one wild story where a hater actually boosted his visibility. Stick around because we're diving into his insights on navigating the essential and sometimes brutal world of being an artist online. Do you think it's necessary for artists to have some sort of deeper connection with social media and their fans in 2025?
There was a period where you could post a cool video of you DJing and it would get interaction, it would get loads of views. And I think so many people started doing that it's no longer enough. Like, sometimes I'll be like, this is a really cool video of me. It looks great. I'm doing something cool. The music's good. And I'll post it and it'll be like, no one liked that. And you've kind of got this mindset, this sort of 2022 mindset where it's like, oh yeah, this is good. I'll post this. But the world, the content world is so saturated that your 2022 mindset won't serve you. Like, you've got to bring something to the table that has a wow factor, has a share factor. And this is why I think it's good when I can actually help people in some way and help people through their own journey, whether they're a DJ, whether they're a producer, or whether they're even like in a completely different part of life. So yeah, the old content strategy doesn't work, but you have to connect with people online, because even though we all try and say like our phones are bad or whatever, like that's our reality. That is reality. We all spend, I mean, the average American screen time is like 7 hours per day or something.
Yeah. Mine's bigger. Mine's way worse than that. I'm sure. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. It's horrible.
Yeah. So yeah, like we spend so much time through the phone. That's a part of our reality, isn't it? So you can't ignore that. And also, it's a free tool to reach millions of people. Like, it's actually crazy. So you have to dedicate time to that. We can go on TikTok. You could start a brand new account tomorrow, and if you make the right video, you could reach millions of people. So yeah, I think social media for artists in 2025 is more important than music. Maybe, I don't know. I think it may be 50-50. That's a bold statement. But like, let's be real. There's no artist who's doing huge things who's not investing a lot of time into social media.
Right. But there's certain things you can't quantify.
Yeah.
Like the impact you have on someone. Now, on the other side of that coin comes a lot of criticism, I imagine, for just being authentically yourself. And as you gain more popularity, I'm sure that the criticism is, equivalent to that.
Criticism is not actually the right word that I would use, because criticism sort of implies that there is a basis of something useful about it.
Right.
The stuff that like it's quite hard to be like truly critical of me, because like you just said, I'm authentically being myself.
Right.
I'm also helping people. I'm showing my own struggle. I'm not coming on here saying, listen, I'm the best in the world. Here's what you should do. I'm saying it took me 15 years to figure this out. Here's what I learned, So it's quite hard to like legitimately criticize me. So people find like the stupidest stuff, and yeah, I do get a lot of haters, and it goes through flows. Sometimes I'll be like, wow, everything I do is just full of haters, and then other times they kind of calm down. But it's really interesting because there was this like super hater. It was a guy from Canada. Because he did so much hating that my manager found out who he was, right? And basically, he made this fake news article where he wrote a load of horrible stuff, but the headline was the only bit that anyone read. James Hype is actually Sacha Baron Cohen's new character, right? Okay,
Oh my God.
right? No, but this is fine, right? This is fine. And as soon as someone sent, well, many people sent me the article, and I read it, and I laughed. I was like, this is brilliant, because it looked like a real newspaper article. And then until you read the actual text, and the text, you could clearly tell it was someone who really dislikes me who'd written it.
Yeah.
But the actual headline, that's all most people read.
Right.
And this was sent to me over the course of a week by like 20 or 30 different people, not like DJ World people,
Right.
like people who don't follow DJs, you know?
Yeah.
And the craziest thing happened. If you look at the web search traffic for James Hype, it was the most popular I've ever been.
But the best advice that I ever got from like a social media coach when I was starting my, journey as a content creator was, if you are not polarizing, you will not be successful. Like you have to have a point of view.
Yep, 100%.
I think a lot of artists are
100%.
afraid of that.
Imagine how much hate David Guetta gets. Imagine how much hate Tiesto gets. I'm not even scratching the surface of that. But do I want to be as big as David Guetta and Tiesto? Yeah.
Yeah.
So get ready.
Yeah.
Because the hate's fucking coming. And I think people also just project their own inferiority complexes kind of outward. So it's like, you'll probably get people who criticize what you're doing because some part of their brain thinks that they should probably be doing something like that. They wish they had the confidence to speak into the camera.